Welcome back. Today I'm transforming my friend's boring apartment into a designer dream for under $100. Forget expensive makeovers. I'm using 10 budget hacks anyone can do to make a space look incredible. We'll make rooms feel bigger, add bold color, and create a vibe that's totally unique without breaking the bank. I bet my friend I could make his place look 10 times better. If I win, he's got a surprise coming. The stakes are high, the budget is low, and the transformation will be epic. Smash that subscribe button if you're ready for a wild ride. Let's get started. Our very first challenge is all about transforming a space with a budget of exactly $0. That's right, no shopping, no splurging, just pure creativity and elbow grease. If you've ever felt stuck with your living room, wishing you could give it a fresh look, but your wallet says otherwise, this is for you. Most people assume that a dramatic change means buying new furniture or expensive decor, but the real secret, it's all about reimagining what you already have. Sometimes a new perspective is all you need to breathe life into a tired space. So we started by pulling every single piece of furniture away from the walls and piling it right in the center of the room. It looked like total chaos, like we were moving out instead of making over. But trust me, this step is crucial. It forces you to see the room as a blank canvas, free from old habits and routines. Next, we hunted for the room's focal point. Every great layout starts with one. For us, it was the TV wall, a natural gathering spot for movie nights and game days. But your focal point could be a fireplace, a big window, or even a piece of art. We decided to float the sofa in the middle of the room facing the TV, but also angled to encourage conversation. Suddenly the space felt more inviting, with a cozy conversation area and a clear open walkway behind the seating. The bookshelf found a new home on a sunny wall, turning it into a feature instead of an afterthought. We tucked the armchair by the window, instantly creating a peaceful reading nook that just begged for a cup of coffee and a good book. Every single piece was questioned. Does it serve a purpose? Does it add to the vibe? We moved, rotated, and even swapped out some decor until every item felt intentional. It's amazing how much impact a simple shift can have. After just an hour of rearranging, the transformation was unreal. The room felt bigger, brighter, and completely refreshed. When my friend walked in, she was absolutely speechless. It was proof that you don't need a big budget, just a bit of imagination and a willingness to experiment. One challenge down, 9 more to go. We were sweaty, a little tired, but totally energized by what we'd accomplished together. The space looked epic. And the best part? We hadn't spent a single cent. Sometimes the most satisfying makeovers come from working with what you already have. Ready to see what we tackle next? Let's dive into the next hack and keep the momentum going. The room's bigger, brighter, and finally feels open. Mission accomplished on the space front, but as I stood back and took it all in, something was missing. The walls, though clean and fresh, were just blank. They felt like a missed opportunity, a blank canvas begging for a little personality. The walls are still bland, almost clinical. It's like the room is waiting for its story to begin, but the pages are empty. I thought about painting, but let's be honest, paint is messy, time-consuming, and a total commitment. So instead, I went for a hack. Removable wallpaper. It's the ultimate shortcut for renters, commitment phobes, or anyone who just wants a quick change. Think of it as a giant sticker for your wall. Bold, colorful, and totally customizable. The best part, if you change your mind, you can just peel it off and try something new. No paint fumes, no drop cloths, no regrets. After scrolling through endless patterns, I landed on a geometric design for an accent wall behind the TV. It's modern, playful, and instantly draws the eye. Exactly the vibe I wanted. The process was surprisingly simple. I lined up the first panel, smoothed out the bubbles with a squeegee, and kept going panel by panel. It was almost satisfying, watching the pattern come together like a giant puzzle. And here's the magic. If you mess up, just peel and re-stick. No stress, no ruined walls. It's forgiving, which makes it perfect for DIY newbies or anyone who's a little perfectionistic. In under an hour, the wall was completely transformed. The difference was dramatic. What was once a boring, empty wall now looked like a designer feature. Suddenly, the room had personality, color, and a focal point. It felt alive, like it finally had something to say. Even my friend, who was skeptical at first, was blown away. She went from doubter to total fan in seconds. And the best part? For the price of a few rolls, it looked like a pro designer had worked their magic. No one would ever guess it was a DIY job. Total game changer. That's 2 challenges down and the place is already unrecognizable. The transformation is real and I'm just getting started. Next up, bringing the room to life with some finishing touches. Stay tuned because the best is yet to come. The room looks great, but it needs life, so we brought in houseplants, not just a couple, an indoor jungle. Plants add freshness, purify air and boost mood. We layered big leafy plants, hanging vines and small succulents. Stylish pots made them look high-end. The fiddle leaf fig became a living sculpture. Pothos trailed down the bookshelf. Every plant had a purpose and place. The greenery popped against the accent wall. The room felt more organic, welcoming and alive. For a small investment, we added energy you can't get any other way. 3 challenges down, let's make it even cozier. On to the next. Challenge 4, make it cozy. This was the moment to transform a plain, uninspired space into a true sanctuary. I wanted the room to feel like a warm hug at the end of a long day, a place where you instantly relax the moment you walk in. So I focused on the one thing that changes everything: lighting. The overhead light was harsh and cold, making the room feel more like an office than a home. It was time for a total lighting overhaul, starting from the top down. I swapped out the boring, plain lampshades for textured ones I found at a thrift store. The new shades instantly added character and a touch of personality, diffusing the light in a much softer, more inviting way. Next, I changed every bulb to warm white LEDs. This simple switch made a huge difference, bathing the room in a gentle golden glow that feels cozy and welcoming instead of stark and clinical. To take it up a notch, I added a plug-in dimmer. Now I can instantly adjust the mood. Bright for reading or working, low and mellow for movie nights or winding down. It's like having total control over the room's vibe at my fingertips. I didn't stop there. I layered the lighting by adding table lamps and a new floor lamp in the reading nook. This created cozy pockets of light throughout the space, making every corner feel intentional and inviting. For a modern touch, I installed LED strips behind the TV. The subtle backlight adds drama and makes movie nights feel like a cinematic experience while also reducing eye strain. Now the entire room glows with warmth and style. The lighting highlights the textures and colors, making the space feel alive and full of personality. It honestly feels like a high-end lounge, not just a basic apartment. The right lighting completely transformed the atmosphere, proving that lighting really is everything when it comes to coziness. 4 challenges down, and the vibe is next level. Friends can't stop commenting on how inviting it feels, and I actually look forward to spending time here now, but we're not done yet. Ready to make the room feel even bigger and more functional? Let's do it. On to the next challenge. Challenge 5, make the room feel huge. The secret? Mirrors. We scored a giant mirror for cheap and placed it opposite the window. Instantly, the room felt brighter and twice as big, reflected the plants, accent wall and sunlight. Total optical illusion. Added a few smaller mirrors as a gallery for extra depth. The space felt open and dynamic. If you have a small room, this is the best hack. 5 challenges in and the transformation is wild. Next, custom art for almost nothing. Let's get creative. Stay with me. The best is yet to come. Challenge 6, DIY art for $5. Custom art is pricey, so we made our own. Downloaded free high-res images online, photos, graphics, vintage posters, printed them at a local shop for a few bucks, thrifted mismatched frames, spray-painted them black for a unified look, laid out a gallery wall above the sofa. The result? A stunning, personalized art display for less than a pizza. The room now has soul and style. Art doesn't have to be expensive. 6 challenges down. Let's keep the momentum. Next, a 5-minute makeover that changes everything. Challenge 7, the 5-minute makeover. The sofa looked plain, so we used throw pillows and a blanket. Chose a color palette to match the accent wall and art. Mixed textures and sizes for a designer look. Arranged pillows from largest in the corners to smallest in the center. Added a chunky knit throw for extra coziness. Instantly, the sofa became the stylish centerpiece. High impact, low effort. Sometimes it's the little things. 7 challenges down. Let's tackle the most important one. Onward. Challenge 8, the most important: declutter and organize. We sorted everything into keep, donate and trash. Ruthless decluttering made the room feel lighter and bigger. Invested in woven baskets and decorative boxes for smart storage. Hid cables with zip ties and clips. Every item found a home. Surfaces stayed clear. Now the design shines. Decluttering is free, but the impact is huge. 8 challenges down. Let's go bold with color. Ready for drama? Let's paint. Challenge 9, the boldest move, a painted accent wall. We picked a deep teal to complement the decor and make a statement. Taped edges, laid a drop cloth, and rolled on 2 coats. The color added depth and made the gallery wall pop. Peeling off the tape for crisp lines was so satisfying. The room now feels dramatic and high-end. 1 can of paint, 1 afternoon. Huge transformation. 9 challenges down, 1 to go. Let's finish strong with a detail that changes everything. Almost there. Final challenge coming up. Challenge 10, the final detail: upgrading cabinet hardware. Swapped out old knobs and handles in the kitchen and bathroom for modern, stylish ones. Just a screwdriver needed. No drilling, no mess. In under 30 minutes, the cabinets looked brand new. Matte black pulls for the kitchen, gold knobs for the bathroom, instantly elevated the whole space. Tiny detail, massive impact. 10 challenges complete. The apartment is transformed, all for under $100. Let's see the final reveal. That's a wrap. 10 challenges and this apartment is unrecognizable. We proved you don't need a big budget for a dream space. Which hack was your favorite? Tell me in the comments. Got your own budget home hacks? Share them below. Smash that like button and subscribe for more wild makeovers. Even bigger ideas are coming soon. Thanks for watching. You're the best. See you in the next one.